We do start, though, with the huge Super Sunday clash between Chelsea and Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. It's first against second in the Premier League. Darmasheth has just been speaking to Mikel Arteta and is at the training ground now. Good afternoon. 2 from 2 then so far. Darmesh against Tottenham, against Bayern Munich. They could really keep the momentum going against Chelsea on Sunday.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rob. They certainly could. Look, this time last week, I was in Mikel Arteta's news conference and it was being spoken about as a pivotal week because they had the North London derby, they had Bayern Munich in the Champions League, followed by a trip to Stamford Bridge. And as you said, they've successfully negotiated, more than successfully negotiated, the first two of those challenges, thrashing Tottenham Hotspur by 4-1 in the North London derby and then disposing of Bayern Munich in the Champions League by 3-1. Now comes the next challenge, and it is a big one because you get the impression that Mikel Arteta is really impressed by what Enzo Maresca and Chelsea are doing so far this season. He's not surprised to see them near the top of the table, and he says that Chelsea, among the others, will all be there when it comes to the title reckoning.
It's a big game, it's a big London derby. We're going to play a really good opponent. They are in really good form. And yeah, we know the challenge, we know the opportunity that we have as well on Sunday, so we are fully ready for it.
If you speak to Chelsea, they seem to play down their chances of potentially challenging for the title. How do you view them? Are they title challengers? Are they your main threat?
Well, I think we are all there, and they are there because they fully deserve what they are, what they have done in the last few years. I think the squad that they assembled, the numbers that they have, the amount of quality, the manager and the coaching staff that they have, you know, it makes sense that what is happening there is very positive, and they deserve to be there. After beating the Spurs at home, then we had to make the statements against Bayern Munich. We've done that, and now we have to go to the next one. That's where we are. We knew the importance of the week. Not only that, what is coming afterwards, after 3 days, is going to be exactly the same. Nothing is going to change, but we are super motivated for the game.
Yeah, so those are the thoughts of Mikel Arteta on Chelsea. And it's been some season so far, hasn't it, for Arsenal? 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. They're 3 points clear at the top of the Champions League group. They're into the quarter-finals of the EFL Cup. The FA Cup is to come as well. And this despite all of the injuries that they've sustained so far this season. But there seems to be one constant throughout this season, and that is the performances and the high level of performances of a certain midfielder called Declan Rice. Now, he was asked the question, was Mikel Arteta, let alone being Football Writers Footballer of the Year, the PFA Player of the Year? No, one of the journalists went straight in and said, can Declan Rice win the Ballon d'Or? This was Arteta's response.
I hope so. That would mean that we have won a lot, and because normally it goes very much related. Again, I think he was immense today. I think he's been immense since the start of the season, and it's an incredible and crucial play for us.
Yeah, a little bit of early team news as far as Arsenal are concerned. It's quite positive as well. Remember, in the past week, they've welcomed back captain Martin Odegaard, Noni Madueke and Gabriel Martinelli. There's a slight doubt about Leandro Trossard because he came off early in that game against Bayern Munich. Mikel Arteta said he's being assessed and he is in contention potentially to take his place in the squad against Chelsea on Sunday. A few of the other longer-term injuries in Victor Gyökeres and in Gabriel and in Victor Gyökeres and one more as well, who I've completely forgotten. Rob, you might have to remind me, but they are assessing all of those players and they seem to be positive as far as Mikel Arteta is concerned. And another big positive happened yesterday because there was a behind closed doors game in which Gabriel Jesus featured for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta won't go as far as to say that he'll be featuring for Arsenal in the Super Sunday game against Chelsea. He's had 11 months out, remember, when he sustained that ACL injury against Manchester United in the FA Cup way back in January. But he is on his way back and he will prove, hopefully, as far as Mikel Arteta is concerned, like a new signing for Arsenal, because he says Gabriel Jesus is one of those players who can simply adapt to every player that is around him. So it'll be a big boost for Arsenal if and when Gabriel Jesus does return to that squad. Let's see if it's Sunday. It's unlikely to be, but it is a big game. And there's 6 points separating those top two. Second against first. It's Super Sunday. Chelsea against Arsenal. Don't forget, you can watch it live on Sky Sports Premier League. Coverage gets underway at 4.
I'm going to try and help you out, Darmish. Was Kai Havertz the other one you meant to mention?
Yeah. There it is. There it is. It was Kai Havertz.
Beautiful.
So many injuries.
Job done. Teamwork. Thank you very much indeed. Let's continue talking injury news and Arsenal's opponents on Sunday afternoon, Chelsea, because Cole Palmer is available to start against the league leaders. Palmer, who trained this morning, has been out since September with a groin injury. His return was then delayed after stubbing his toe at home last week. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca is pleased to have him back and excited at the prospect of him starting alongside the in-form Estevao.
Everyone is happy, the teammates, they're happy, we are all happy, and the most important thing is that Cole is happy, because at the end, football players, they want to, play games and make session every day.
There's a lot of good players, obviously, for you to choose from, but I think Chelsea fans can't wait to see Palmer with Estevao. Do you think, how sort of worrying for opposition defences do you think those could be as a combination?
No, they can play together. They can play together. Depends, against which team, depends a little bit the game plan. But for sure, they are excited. The fans, they are excited to watch both together. We also are excited, thinking that at the end, we need always, balance between the two faces.
Well, Maresca says it's too early to talk about Chelsea's title prospects. It was reported in midweek that the hierarchy have no expectations of winning the league.
I think it's too early in any case. If we win, if we don't win, I think it's too early. We are still, end of November, we have still 5-6 months to go. I think it's very important when we're going to be in February, March, where we are, and from there we decide and we see if we can achieve something important.
I'll see you in February.
Thank you.